to another exciting episode of Talking with Famous People. I'm host Eric, and today we're going to have a lot of fun doing chores together. So I have titled this, Let's Do Chores with Eric. You could also title it, Learn How to Do Chores with Eric. Because I'm going to be teaching you the whole time how to do chores. So you probably want to take notes. This is the only way that you will be able to remember all the important information I'm going to share with you today about doing chores. Your chore is to take notes on what I teach you today about doing chores. So, let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time. What's the first step in doing chores? There will be a bathroom break, but not right this second. The first step in doing chores is, of course, pulling bong rips. You cannot expect yourself to do chores without bong rips. What are you microwaving, Rachel? Rachel,
Yes.
what are you microwaving?
Uh, um.
Okay, I'm gonna make bacon and broils, but that's fine. Eat that too. Eat that, and then just have less bacon and broils. It's fine. Professor, you left your bong at home. A dog ate it, huh? Well, you can borrow Rachel's bong. Here. Don't get your spit all over it. Now, one of the keys to doing chores is to, while you're pulling bong rips in your pre-chore doing activities, is to say out loud the list of things that you're going to do as chores. For example, I'm going to take the trash out. I got a big trash can to take out, or kitchen trash can, and I've got several little trash cans around the house to take out. Now keep in mind, you should try to pull a bong rip between each chore you name if you're doing it properly. So I've named one chore, which is the trash. I pulled one bong rip. Well, maybe I pulled two bong rips, but that's not the point. So what's the next chore that I have to do besides that one? Well, I additionally need to vacuum. Vacuuming around here is a pretty delightful operation because, of course, we have in our house a whole house vacuum that vacuums everything directly into a vacuum machine in the garage. And you plug it into the holes in the wall around the house to get to the various places. We've got one of those. So that's pretty rad. And I really enjoy vacuuming as a consequence. Now, I listed one more chore I have to do, vacuuming. I talked about the trash. I hope you're writing this down so you can remind me later. And also, I talked about the vacuuming. Now, let's talk about that additional bong rip. Because I talked about one more thing. I have to smoke one more bong rip. What I do is when I empty the vacuum, the house vacuum in the garage, which you don't have to do very often, But when I do, I put it into the trash can that's in the garage. It's like a kitchen-sized trash can that is next to the cat litter box where I put the clumped up cat poop and pee and stuff. So I put it into that trash can. But I'm not planning on emptying that today. You're getting ahead of yourself, mister. You're getting ahead of the class with your questions. We're going to go just stay on the order of the syllabus. Okay. So I talked about the trash, talked about the vacuuming. Before I even get to those, though, I need to start bacon and broils. Bacon and broils is breakfast. It's what it sounds like. It's bacon, making bacon, and broiling some breads. So that's number 3 thing. Now that I talked about the third chore I need to do, I need to pull a third bone rip. You did?
I just put the tongs in the dishwasher.
And why is that a mistake?
Because don't you need them for the bacon and broils?
Oh, are both tongs in the dishwasher?
Yeah.
Is it running?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll use something else. It's fine.
Okay.
There's those salad tongs.
Oh, yeah.
I'll use those. Okay. So I've pulled 3 rips and discussed 3 of the chores that I have to do today. Now I'm going to discuss a 4th chore. I'm going to have to do very soon. I'm going to have to poo. I feel it gathering in my butt. So that's chore number 4. It'll probably be the first chore I do. So let me pull my 4th bong rip to keep pace with my chore list. Okay. Now, I'm going to talk about the 5th chore. But I'm going to hold off on that 5th bong rip because I actually have had 5 bong rips because I pulled one before the first one. So I'm going to apply that one to this one. I need a little pause on the bong rips. The 5th chore is I need to call the doctor and tell him to refill my prescription. The 6th chore I need to Zelle Rachel some money. I just have to pull a bong rip for that one. I'm on 6 chores now. I hope you guys you're remembering these all because as I begin to do them, you're going to have to remind me where I am in my chore list, you know. That's your solemn duty. It's your solemn YouTube duty. YouTube employees have said so. I talked to the president of YouTube and they said, yes, you have to do that. Okay. So, what am I on? Chore number 7? I think I already said chore number 7. Well, maybe it was call my doctor. No. What was chore number 7? Oh, it was Zelle Rachel money. Right. All right. Or was that number 6? I'm not sure, but I think it was 7. Number 8. I need to invite Les and David the Realtor to our wedding. That's one more bond rip. We got to pull. And that's going to complete my list of chores that I got to do around here for now. We're not gonna get too far ahead of ourselves and talk about like going into town or anything. So here's one of the problems that we have. The first chore I'm going to do, which is chore number 4, you guys are not invited to come with me. And the reason is because that chore number 4 is going number 2. So I'm going to have to go do that right now without you. And I hope you can chat quietly amongst yourselves while I'm gone. Now, okay, I'm back. I've completed chore number 4, which was going poo. I've washed my hands thoroughly because I'm about to do chore number 3, which is bacon and broils. Alright, if you've been a live stream participant around here before, you may have already seen the lecture on how to make bacon and broils. But, repetition is one of the surest ways to guarantee learning. So, what I'm going to do is just go through the process of making bacon and broils for you again, and you can learn together with me the ways of truth. First, you start off with your pan. You see how much grease is already in it from yesterday's bacon and broils. That's not that much. I must have cleaned it yesterday. I poured it out yesterday after I cooked. I did, in fact, I remember. So I'm just going to start a new bacon and broiled right on here. You might be like, oh, that's gross. It's fine. Okay. So you put the heat on hot. As hot as it'll go. And you go into the refrigerator and you get out your package of bacon. Next, you have to open your package of bacon, for which you need scissors. So, you cut it all around here, all around here, all around here, and you're fine. Now, you have cut it on 3 sides, and you have to throw this part away. There it goes, thrown away into the trash. Now, when you lift this part up, ta-da, there's your bacon, ready to eat. Sorry, not to eat, ready to cook. You wouldn't want to eat it like this. All right, so just bite the bullet and pull all the bacon apart one at a time. Even though you want to just throw the whole slab in there and be like, fuck it. Don't do that. Just do this. Just pull it apart, one bacon at a time, even though it's slow. Then you put the bacons next to each other. Let me show you what they look like in the pan. Well, this isn't really tall enough, but I'll show you again when I put the rest of them in. Okay, come on, bacon. Sometimes you get a pair of bacons, they call them the lovers. They won't let go of each other. You gotta tear them apart. There. You gotta be careful or you'll accidentally get 2 bacons when you're trying to get one. There. Come on. And this one. Okay, there we go. And this one. There. And this one. There. And this one. There. And this one over here, and this one right there. Okay, I'll show you what that looks like. Get the pieces of bacon that fell around the place. Okay. As you see, you now have a pan full of bacons. So you put this on top, like that. And you just leave it do its thing for a while because it takes a little while to cook. Now your hands naturally are covered with pork fat. Don't lick it off your fingers. It's raw. You have to cook it before you can eat it. Okay, there we go. So you wash your hands by using water, a sink, and soap, all in conjunction with each other, as follows. Now, the water's warm, but let it keep getting warmer and warmer. Eventually it'll get too hot. So I'm on a time crunch here. Okay, now, may I recommend to everybody this amazing paper towel dispenser? What's this? Oh, the suction cups aren't stuck down. It's got these suction cups on the bottom. You gotta re-stick it occasionally. Anyway, this thing lets you one-handed pull exactly one paper towel off every time, no problem. It's amazing. We got it on Amazon. And before that, we had this horrible paper towel dispenser that was just poorly conceived from the outset. This thing is a million times better. Okay. Now, you've started the bacon. Does that mean you've completed chore 3, bacon and broils? No. You've not completed it. You've just begun that chore. But here's a tip. Sometimes, while doing one chore, like bacon and broils, and you have to leave it be for a second, you can make progress on another chore. So, let's talk about chore number 1 that I listed, which was, if you recall, take out the trash. I'm going to start with this little trashes over here and work my way across the house and get some bigger trashes. But here, you get to enjoy watching me. Oh no, you might say, there's too much trash to fit in here. Well, there is right now, but once you take this bag out, now it has more room in it. And you can put the extra trashes inside of it. And there we go. All the trashes from over here. Oh, no, there's one back here. One more trash. This represents a missed shot. I shot an empty pack of cigarettes in the trash can over here at some point. Missed it by a wide margin. Okay, that's trash item number 1. And naturally, what we want to do is move it from its current location here inside the house to its new location outside the house. But before I go do that, I'm going to grab another trash. From where? Well, where else do you think trash piles up a bit? Here in the kitchen. Uh-oh. Same problem. There's more trash than room in the trash bag, but same solution. By taking the trash bag out of the trash can, I free up the additional room in the trash bag, and I can now put this empty box in here and just smash it up a little bit, and these things too. Okay, now I've got 2 trashes and a ticking clock. Those bacons are going to need attendance before long, and I don't want to be the neglectful bacon parent who lets his bacon sit alone outside school waiting to get picked up. So, I'll hurry back from my trash disposal chore that is currently underway, wash my hands again, and then give the bacon some of the attention so richly deserves. Here are trash cans. Eric was dumb. So, he didn't put the lid on the trash can before it rained. Now he has to empty the trash can. There. Now that I've put the trash in the trash can, I will put the lid on it this time. And I will additionally empty this trash can of its water and put the lid on it. There. Now, that won't happen if it rains some more. Okay. So, pretty exciting so far. We've done chore number 4. I've gone poo. We've begun and made substantial progress on chore number 3, bacon and broils. And we've begun and made some progress, because there's still plenty more trash stuff to do, but on chore number 1. Now, let's just hope this attempt at multitasking hasn't spoiled the bacon and broils. Chances are they're fine. It's kind of hard to overcook bacon. So I'm washing my hands again here because I was just touching trash. Once again, convenient single paper towel, thanks to this very fine paper towel dispenser. Here we have our bacon. It's looking like it's shaken, which is to say it needs to be turned over. Now I'm looking for the brown tongs, but I cannot find them. Where are you, brown tongs? Okay, well, in the absence of brown tongs, I'm going to use this. It's called a spatula. Wow. Well, this is what happens when you neglect your bacon and broils. You get one side that's very done, and the other side is totally undone. So you just need to sit on this side now for the equivalent amount of time. And I guess the whole thing will be done. And it'll come out in one big piece like that. That's called neglecting your bacon and broils. Well, I haven't even started the broils, to be honest. But I think it's about time to start the broils. So in this particular instance, I think I'm just going to broil up the rest of this baguette. And Rachel and I can just split this with our bacon. So I'm just going to put it on broil. Like that. Now it's on broil. Now I'm going to put this bread, let me show you. I'm going to put this bread right there. Okay. The next step is to get a new trash bag for the kitchen, because I've already generated more trash, and now there's no trash bag in the kitchen trash can. So what we want to do is go over here to the pantry. You can tell it's the pantry because it says so right there, and I can't seem to take that sign down. I don't know how to get it to come off. But anyway, the people who lived here before us, they had a lot of dumb signs like that. So anyway, you go to the pantry, and you go down here, and you get one of these. But try not to pull the whole roll out. Okay. Now, next thing you got to do is go over here and put it in the kitchen can. As demonstrated thusly. There. That's not so bad. Okay. Now, go back over here and get this trash that you left here and throw it away. Like this. And then, go back over here and check on your bacon and broils. Ooh. Ooh, child. Things are gonna get easier. Ooh, bacon, things are gonna get brighter. Bacon's a little bit fussy because I neglected it too much during its cooking phase in order to multitask. So now it's like one big piece of stuck together bacon. But I want to reassure it that, ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Okay, well, okay, so listen, if you want bacon lessons, this is not the episode of Talking to Famous People to emulate. This is not how to cook bacon. It's not supposed to come out like this at all. But you know what? I'm sure it's still going to be delicious, so let's eat it anyway, of course. But what do you need to do before you eat something? People have been asking this question for millennia. And philosophers, contemporary modern philosophers, have finally figured it out. You need plates. Alright, so you get your big one piece of bacon. And you put it on a plate. You turn this off. You put this back on here. You get your second plate. You wait for the bacon to cool down a little bit before you start pulling it apart. Like a Captain Pull Apart. Figure the bread could use a little bit more broiling. Just leave it in there for a second. Alright, you bacon, we're going to cool you down by doing this. The good way to cool anything down is by going like this. Okay, well, that's fine. Richard has this one. It may have one fewer piece of bacon on it. I don't like to be unfair. Rachel's a big fan of fairness. But I think I'm going to give her the plate. This plate. I'll take the one with more burned bacon. And she can have the plate with a little bit less bacon. Okay, once again, I successfully got exactly one paper towel from this wonderful paper towel dispenser. I don't know what brand it is or whatever I'd tell you, but if you like search Amazon for easy or if easy one-handed paper towel dispenser or something, this thing is perfect. That time I got 2 paper towels, which is which, while not intentional, is fine because they're to be bleeding. So I need 2 paper towels. This is all part of chore number 3. Okay, I got my broil out from the oven here. I'm going to rip it in half. Give half of it to Rachel and half of it to me. Then I'm going to put 1 napkin on Rachel's plate and 1 napkin on my plate. And what else do Rachel and I need to have a complete breakfast? That's right, a beverage. So, let's look in the fridge and select a beverage that's breakfast appropriate. I've got a clever notion in mind. Ho, ho, ho. How about drinking some kefir? That's a good idea. What do you need, though, if you're going to have drinks with your breakfast? There's an important component missing in our current equation. I'll give you a hint. It starts with C and ends with S. Cups. With these 2 cups, I can facilitate both Rachel and me, no, and I, no, yes. No, me. I can facilitate both Rachel and me in what's the date on this? So by 7/10/23. Why is it all? Maybe it's just too cold. It's so yogurty. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be more like a drink. I think it's because it's almost frozen. Okay. Well, it's plenty within date. To sell by 7/13/2023. That's July 13th. So it must just be that it's cold. It's because that fridge is a little bit on the cold side. Like if you put drinks in certain places, they'll freeze a little bit. It smells fine. It's liquefying more now that it's warming up, I think. I think this keeper is just fine. Okay. So, now that I've established the keeper and I've cooked the bacon, I got the broils, it's time to move into the other room where I can read your chats and to summon Rachel to breakfast. I better come back for those. I think I'll spill them if I try to carry them all together with all this other stuff. Okay. All right, now we've got Bacon and broils, bacon and broils, napkin and napkin. It's my legal firm that represents me. Napkin, napkin, and napkin. Have you been in an accident? Call napkin, napkin, and napkin. When there's a mess, you call for a napkin. Okay, I've got 2 drinks to carry plus this thing. So I think I'm going to have to go a little bit something like this. I'm carrying drinks and I'm carrying this. How do you do it? I do it with my fist. I do it with skills like this. Carry 2 drinks and I'm carrying this. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking it out of my hand.
And you can have more bacon than me since I had the cup of noodles.
Okay, well, in order to compensate, I gave you the, I think, better bacon.
Well, feel free to take some.
Okay, well, thank you. But I don't, this should be fine. Okay, whew. That was an ordeal. But the payoff, oh yeah. The payoff is a little something I call feastage. It's a little burnt. That's fine. Bacon tastes best when it's a little bit burned. Mmm. No, kitty, stop. I don't want you to play with this cord. Don't be a bad kitty. No. Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. Mmm. Jim's good keeper. What's up?
What's up?
You trying me some bacon and broils?
It's an important part of the day.
It's an important part of an important breakfast.
Trouble does like to eat the bacon.
Here you go. Here you go.
Sometimes.
Usually it's a waste, though.
Kapia likes to eat the bacon, actually.
Also, sometimes.
Yeah. I like to break it up into little pieces, and she tends to eat it a little bit more. It's like that.
It's the same stuff right there.
Oh my gosh, excuse my appearance.
You look fine.
Thanks, Joe Media.
Mmm. Rachel cooks. She cooks various things sometimes. You know, it's like usually I make the food probably a little more often than she does, but it's because it's what I feel like doing. If I don't feel like doing it, sometimes I'll ask her to make me something. She will make me something.
I'm very self-critical when it comes to cooking, so like it takes a little bit more gumption to like get me to, to cook something because I'm like I think of people who I know who cook and it's just delicious and I want to get to that point, but obviously like for most people that comes after a lot of
No.
practice.
Um, when I'm talking about cooking, I'm talking about the way we cook,
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
which is,
definitely.
you know, do you want to microwave this or that?
Yeah. We do. I think it's equally. We equally share that.
Bacon and broils is an exception to our normal cooking, in that I actually cook something, but it's because it's easy to cook. Like, I fucked this bacon up and it tastes delicious. Yeah, generally speaking, when it comes to cooking, it's who's going to put the frozen thing into the microwave or who's going to put the frozen things into the oven if we're having
Uh-huh.
French bread pizzas. Or occasionally I'll be like, can you make me a salad? If I want a salad, I for some reason don't like making my own salad. I'm not sure why.
Sometimes your body craves it.
Kefir is delicious, show media. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah. And it's good. Got the probiotics and stuff.
Yeah, it's good for your gut. Actually, it's bacon and broils. It's did I leave the broiler on? You need food to energize you for your chores. I sure did. Eric left the broiler on. What?
Hello, Eggy. Moving.
Hello, Eggy Goobin.
Moving.
Um, so anyway, like I was saying, you need calorie intake for doing chores.
Wow, you really are. He's the delinquent kid in class.
He's trouble. He doesn't want to take no for an answer.
Yeah.
You're probiotics? Me too. I'm
I'm
probiotics.
probiotics too. So guys, I've been obsessed with like color season analysis lately. Oh, thanks. So I've been obsessed with color analysis lately because I want to because it's just fun. It's another quiz that you can take and it tells you about yourself, so it's fun. So like for the longest time I thought that I was an autumn because I have warm skin, dark eyes. Oh no, don't do that, Trouble. Oh my gosh.
How much trouble can you be?
You everyone, he was just clawing at the line. So, color analysis is color seasons. Yeah, so you can be spring, summer, autumn, and winter. Autumn and spring are warm. Winter and summer are cool skin tones. So, like, I always thought that I always, like, knew that I had, like, warmer to neutral undertones to my skin. But I thought so because of that, because of my hair, my eyes, and my skin having like contrast, I thought that I was an autumn. So I thought that deep, like more earthy colors suited me. But I took a color analysis quiz and it uses your photo and it like takes the data from your, it like scans your picture and it takes the data from your photo, and it turns out I am a bright spring. And for some reason, like knowing that makes me feel so much lighter. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, like yes, like I do have contrast, but it's not that much, and my hair is actually lighter than autumn.
Okay, but hold on a sec. Why aren't the tones like this? Summer hot, autumn cool, winter cold, spring warm.
They do have some, they don't have
How
some.
can summer be cool like winter?
So I know that's what these are definite good questions. So summer is categorized by summer colors. So if you think about summer, like the grass isn't green anymore; it's
Brown.
brown, and more of like the sky takes more of like a pastel coolness color instead of like a bright spring blue day.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say.
I'm not really buying that though. On summer has hot colors like blazing sun and ah.
I I don't. That's a good. I know. Well, so they say that. Yeah. Let me read. Summer. Summer color
What's
palette.
considered a hot color anyway? Like hot pink?
Uh huh. And I could wear that because I'm a bright spring, so I could wear bright colors.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
kitty, kitty, meow meow pants.
Kitty, kitty, meow meow is in so much trouble. You can have some of mommy's, but just
Here, I'll give you the rest of my plate. I'm almost done. Here, here, eat that if you want.
so okay. Summer is categorized by nothing too intense or hard edged. The colors of summer are cool, muted colors grayed with their complement. Think of blue greens of water, rose, pearl, white sand, cool pink beige, cocoa brown, and blued and pinked grays. Orange, warm beiges, and browns. No trouble!
That's not your drink, trouble.
Orange, warm beiges, and browns have no place here.
Hmm. I think the summer is being kind of washed out.
That's what, yeah, that's pretty much what they were saying.
Okay. So that counts as cool, I guess. But
Yeah.
I don't think of washed out as being cool looking. I think of it as being hot looking.
Hmm.
Although I agree, not hot like hot pink
Right.
or neon green.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like, yeah, it wouldn't be neon green. It wouldn't even be light. It wouldn't even be like lime green.
It'd be washed out avocado.
Yeah, right, exactly. And then, like, for cool winter, it's a lot of jewel tones.
I think it's a good insult to tell somebody, you're just a washed out avocado.
Here's a washed out avocado.
Get over yourself, you washed out avocado. I have the mic.
Oh, yeah. So it kind of is like that, Jeremiah and Fix. So like brightest colors are the wettest seasons. So spring is pretty bright. I'm just saying that once you find out your actual color palette, it's pretty liberating. Because it's like, you don't, you can focus your colors and not feel like, why do I like this color really because not fit on me?
Well, you know, we found every day is the wet season for Rachel. Let's go outside. Let's smoke a cigarette, drink some kefir, and greet the woodland friends. This is what you might call a break in the chores. You might call it that. You might call it chores interruptus. Okay, hopefully the woodland friends will show themselves. I put some cutlets earlier today, but I could really use to put a cup of straight sunflower seeds out. Oh, there's a little squirrel on the wall. And a loud bird that's tweeting at me. What's it tweeting me? It's a gif of this big hit from the hockey game. I watched some incredibly good sports last night. The Lakers game was super entertaining. The A's game was kind of heartbreaking. Freaking A's. They got this ESPN thing that graded all the baseball teams. They got F minus, 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 minus. Anyway, yesterday they had a pitcher throwing a no-hitter through 7 full innings. And you know what happened? He was throwing a perfect game through 7 innings, through 7 full innings. The manager of the A's pulled him. The A's up 1-0. Put in a reliever who immediately gave up the tying and go-ahead runs, and of course the A's lost the game. That's why I get an F minus, 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 minus. They got, going into that game, they had the ERA of the starting pitching was like 8 point something. It was ridiculously high. They finally get a good starting pitching performance. They get no hit through 6 innings themselves. But finally, they break through, score a run in the bottom of the 6th, I think it was. No, maybe bottom of the 7th. Punch through that guy that they were having trouble with, get a run on the board. And then with just 2 innings to go, the manager pulls the starting pitcher. And the relief, the bullpen, the A's bullpen is just a disaster. Anyway, that was an interesting storyline through 6 innings. Both pitchers were pitching no hitters. But the other game I watched, which I really enjoyed, was the Lakers-Warriors game. The Lakers won. I'm rooting for the Lakers. I may live up here now, but I'm a Lakers fan. I can't help it. Oh, that dog. It's not too bad. He doesn't bark that often, but when he does, it's annoying. I think he barks when no one's home. So that's one of the juvenile squirrels. It's browner than the adult squirrels. It's got brown on its back. It's also smaller. We had some excellent woodland creature action earlier. We had blue jays, these things that we call orioles, these things that we call miniature hawks or whatever. There are sparrows. A lot of action on the wildlife front. Okay, I know what you're saying. You're saying, Eric, I thought we were doing chores together. What are you doing just screwing around outside looking at the birds? I told you, I'm just taking a little break. Patience, patience. I'll get back to my chores in a second. All right. So, let's sit down for a second. We've completed a couple of chores already. We've completed number 3. We've did your sisters-in-law's kid's team lose. So, having completed a couple of tasks, it's important. Trouble? Called him Rachel for a second. Trouble? No. Let go. Stop it. Cat is his name in a nutshell. He is trouble. He is nothing but trouble. Although he's also a paragon of love and justice. Well, he's not very just, actually. He's pretty unjust, but he's such a wonderful kitty. Your nephew's team lost. Well, you should file a grievance with the league. I want to complain. These cheater pants cheaters are cheating. You should say that. That'll go over well. So anyway, having completed a couple of tasks, it's important to pull a couple of bong rips. You can't be neglectful in your bong rip duties just because you're doing chores. I don't know why the cats don't go outside more. It's nice out now. There's lots of fun stuff outside. But they just really love to stay inside. I gotta add a ninth chore to the list. Clean the cat box. When you add a ninth chore, you gotta pull a ninth bong rip. You should go to the winning team's next game and from the stands yell at them, cheaters, pants on fire. How about that? That'll show them. All right, let's get right down to it. We got to finish the trash job. So you might be asking, Eric, what does finishing the trash job entail? Well, let me walk you through it. Okay, I'm going to walk you through it step by step. Get out your notepads. Get out your voice memos. Get out your camera phones. Make sure to keep track of all of these steps. Okay. Now, first thing we need to do is replace the old bag from that little trash can with a new bag. The old bag has gone outside into the trash. Here's where I keep these plastic bags. This is to make sure that Rachel can't get them. No, that's not why. That's just a thing I said to be hilarious. Okay. Now, you stay there. First, you get out your plastic. It's all done. Then you throw this away. Okay. Next, let's go back to this place over here. Get a couple more of these bags. Maybe like 3 more. You go back in there. You scoundrels. go back in there. Okay. There. Now we've got 3 more of these back. Okay, so let's go into the bathroom. Here we have I'm having a little bit of connectivity issues right now for some reason. But here we see a full trash can. Put the little candy wrappers in there. Pull out this trash bag. Put it in this trash bag. And we'll take this with us. You guys fell over. You should have said something. You should have said, hey, we've fallen over and we can't get up. Okay, let's go see if the other trash. Probably have to reset my internet. Seems to be pretty spotty right now for some reason. Well, we'll continue trying for a little while. We'll see if it stays live or not. There. This trash can.